Welcome to Best of the Northwest.
So we're here because there's probably some people in this audience that agree with me, but I think the best way to get around the winter is on skis. Does anyone else think so? Yeah. Okay. I'd love winter to last as long as possible. We've got those beautiful champagne powder days, sun, fresh snow, and then get a great time skiing, and then you wake up the next day and the hiking trails are completely dry and clear. I would like that, but it doesn't happen that way. But in the springtime, the days are getting longer, it's getting lighter, and there's still going to be snow, especially on a year like this. So what I'm going to do is present you with at least some of my thoughts and strategies for how to make the most out of this season as it continues on. I thought in the peak of the winter time, this is the time to get the corduroy, the groomed trails, the really good fast Nordic skate ski or classic conditions. So this is some of the equipment we might use doing that. Lighter, faster skate skis or classic skis to go along with the terrain that's well groomed. As we step into a little later in the season, which we're right in the middle of this, it's starting to turn to a lot more spring conditions. A lot of the Nordic areas are kind of washing out at this point. They're starting to collapse. The tracks are starting to collapse. And you might not want to wreck your nice skis. So you might look at something that's a little bit thicker. I've got a set of really similar wood core skis with some fish scales and metal edges that work out for some great touring terrain. It's not as fast high performance, but you might be able to get a couple belly turns on the way back down. And then getting on to later in the season, we move to more of a heavier alpine set because we go higher to go where the snow is. So this generally means more of a skin up, ski down kind of scenario because the lower trails are getting melted out at that point. Where do we go? Well, there's lots of places. There's over 100 and so snow parks in Western Washington, and there are different corridors that we like to focus on in all of our year-round trail sections. That would be the national parks, seaside, urban, and then these main corridors. And the corridors are where there's a great concentration going east-west over the mountain passes of Nordic trails and also hiking trails later in the year. So we're going to start off in the north with the Methow, and then come down to Stevens Pass area, and then finally kind of our backyard here is Snoqualmie Pass. These are the main areas, top row of the Nordic. So starting with the Methow Valley, 4 trailheads over 200 kilometers of groomed trails, which makes it the largest continuous groomed Nordic trail system in the United States. The Zama and Winthrop connect the two from the north to the south, and in between the two is what I would consider the best Nordic trail in the state, the community trail. It's a 30K. Anyone ski the community trail this year? Was it good? Yeah, excellent. It's basically the backbone between the two and a great introduction to the area. And at the elevation at 3,500 feet with an overall elevation loss from the Zama to Winthrop, in over about 30 kilometers, you gain about 900 feet. There's some climbing in the Wolf Heights area, and then descend 491 feet. And it's definitely best in the midwinter. There are a lot of times when if you're going there too early or too late, there's going to be tree fall, there's going to be different sections where the trail is continuous. And so you want to check that out before you get dropped off and picked up at the ice skating rink. Make sure you can make it all the way without walking or something. So we go about mapping all of our courses with a Sunto GPS, and then we come in and make some kind of custom illustrations to kind of simplify the maps. All right. There are so many areas that these are kind of my hand-picked sections. But by the way, all of these are going to be different trail videos on the website that I can reference you to. They're about 90 seconds and give an overview of the area with detailed maps.